which destroy the earth. And the temple of God was opened in heaven, and there was seen in his temple the ark of his testament. And there were lightnings and voices and thunderings and an earthquake and great hail. So we know that there's two gods. There's the God of this air, and then there's the God of the Creator, the God of heaven and earth, and this other God, small G-O-D, of the is this the enemy, the devil. He goes about as a roaring lion. He controls the air. God gave him that power because man fell in the garden and gave up his rights to dominion over everything and sinned, and God did not give it to the devil. The devil stole this authority, and he still don't really have the authority, because now Jesus Christ, by his Spirit, after he died upon the cross, he gave us back that authority that we might go forth in the authority of the Holy Ghost and put down the works of the devil. And he gave us the power through his Spirit. And so, as we know now that the last trumpet of God, we shall be caught up together and be with him in the clouds and forever be with the Lord. Revelations, let's see. Now, let's see. Now we got to know that there's some things going to be happening before this tribulation takes place, and what the timetable for the tribulation is in years, because God has revealed it to me, and I want to bring that forth to you. So be patient here as I get into the next part. First, we have to know that the Gentile door is closing. And God is going to give the Jews, his chosen people, another chance to be saved and to recognize who Jesus Christ is and bring out the final remnant over there. Well, how do we know the Gentile door is closing? Well, let's go over to Luke chapter 21. Luke chapter 21. Isn't it exciting to get revelation knowledge about the end time, that we might be comforted? See, this is all to comfort us, that we have the knowledge of the end, and we know how to prepare for the end. He's going to share it all with us as we go through the scriptures today. Okay, in Luke chapter 21, verse 20 through 30, he talks about "And when you shall see Jerusalem compassed with armies, then know that the desolation thereof is nigh. And let them which are in Judea flee to the mountains, and them which are in the midst of it depart out, and let not them that are in the countries enter therein too. For these be the days of vengeance, that all things which are written may be fulfilled. Woe unto them that are with child." And he goes down, "and they shall fall by the edge of the sword. And there shall be signs in the stars and all these things, and the heavens shall be, there shall be, the heavens shall be shaken." Verse 24, and they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive into all nations, and Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled. So when we see God, Jesus Christ, bring revelation knowledge to the Jews and to his chosen people in Jerusalem, and that there's a turnaround there, we will know that the Gentile door has been closed, and at the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled. Well, what's the second witness of that? Well, let's go over to Romans chapter 11, and we see that in Romans chapter 11, verse 25, it says, "For I would not, brethren, that you should be ignorant of this mystery, lest you should be wise in your own conceits, that blindness in part is happened to Israel until the fullness of the Gentiles be come in." So, see, when the fullness of time for the Gentiles is done, then this blindness that was over Israel will be taken away, and the revelation knowledge of Jesus Christ will come to them. Well, how is that going to happen? By his Spirit. He is the one that's controlling everything in the earth, so this is what he's going to do. And so we see that the door is going to be closing. Now, in Daniel, closing of the Gentile door, in Daniel chapter 9, verse 27, let's turn over to Daniel, and 9 and 27. And he shall confirm the covenant with many for 1 week, and in the midst of the week he shall cause the sacrifice and the oblation to cease for the overspreading of abominations. He shall make it desolate even until the consummation, and that determined shall be poured out upon the desolate. So he's he's confirming that he's going to share his covenant with many in this one week. Now, what is this week? Okay, the description. Hold Daniel there, and let's go back to. I want to get this in right quick so that we know there's a snare coming on the whole earth. Luke 21 again. Yeah, I know it's hard going back and forth, but hopefully you can get a tape on this if you need it. Over here it says. In Luke chapter 21, verse 34, it says, "And take heed to yourselves, lest at any time your hearts be overcharged with surfeiting and drunkenness and the cares of this life, so that that day come upon you unawares. For as a snare shall it come upon all them that dwell on the face of the whole earth. Watch you therefore, and pray always, that you may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass, and to stand before the Son of Man." There again, he's not talking about watching television all the day long. He's talking about watching out for your soul, that these spirits don't come and attack you. And what is this snare? Well, there's a snare coming on the earth. And in Revelations chapter 3, Revelations chapter 3, he tells us that to these churches again, he's talking to us, the church. Verse 10 of chapter 3 of Revelations, "Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation which shall come upon all the world, and try them that dwell upon the earth. Behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. He that overcometh I will make a pillar." So we know that God is trying to reach the people to understand that there's going to be an hour of temptation come upon the whole earth, that we might know that everybody's not going to be able to have the power to stand before the Son of God unless we get the born-again experience and the power through the Spirit and the exercising of our faith through Jesus Christ for our needs every day. All right. Okay, so we know and in this description of this, we see that there's a mark of the beast that's coming. People wonder about the mark of the beast and what it is, and actually it's a chip. They were going to use it after 9/11, but I have a tape from Dr. Carl Sanders, who helped develop this chip. It was not meant for evil. When this Christian man developed it, it was for good, and he was trying to help a lady that in California that had no feeling, could not move her legs, and everything. So the doctors asked for a chip, a device that would sensor the spine to make the legs work and everything, and they developed it, and it worked real good, except for one thing: she had no feelings, and so they had to go on and develop some more, and they came forth with being able to put it in the head of prisoners in the back of their head, and they changed their minds about wanting to rape and kill and all these things. And then the government took his patent away and made it a matter of national security as an identification chip, and they're going to put it under the skin of your hand with a hypodermic needle. And it's all revealed in his tape. And if you want a tape of it, our number is on the screen, and you can call us. And anytime you have a question about some of the things that we bring up here, you can always come forth and give us a call or write us, and we'll answer the questions the best we can. Or you can call the studio today. If I have time at the end, I'll answer some of your questions. but there's tapes available to prove the things I'm telling you today, and I appreciate you here.